Today, tell your neighbor, your love is kind, but not yours. I'm talking about God's. Tell them, I don't know yet. I don't know about yours. You came here to be helped like me. So I don't know how kind yours is. Tell them, I don't trust you. But at least I know the one. Now, before I get into the kindness of God, something important I want to lay as a foundation to you to understand. As we go through all the character of agape in this chapter, it reveals the gracious character of God, which is the gracious character of love. There is a confusion in the church, and we shall iron it out. I'm a grace preacher. And when we preached grace, we thought we had hit the highest that there is to preach of God. And we said grace is a person. And I've said not exactly, not accurately. You can argue it, but no, it's not accurate. Grace is a character and a gift. It's a gift given by the character of love. Grace is a gift of love. So when we are going through this chapter, we are seeing the acts of God which are gracious acts. I want you to follow me. Being patient is a gracious act. Are you hearing me? Being kind is a gracious thing. So here we see a revelation of the character of grace, which is the product of the person of love. All right? Let me help you understand this. Let me help you appreciate this, because this is very foundational and it's very important that you understand it. All right? God is gracious because he is loving. In other words, there is a reason for God being gracious to you. So if I preach grace to you and I do not take you where it comes from, that explains, Pastor Patrick, why there are people in this city that still fight the message of grace. In fact, not only in this city, all over the world. They think the grace preachers are the devils that came to torment the church. They see a demon in every grace preacher. And the reason they've not understood grace or appreciate it or welcome it is because they don't know where it comes from. And we hadn't taken time to tell them, why do we tell you God is gracious? There's a reason for God being so gracious. Do you understand? There's a reason for God being so patient, so kind, so good to you. There's a reason. The reason is because he is love, and because he is loving, he is gracious. His love nature is the reason why he is gracious. Once the people understand the revelation of agape, they will kiss grace every morning, every noontime, every evening, because they will see why God cannot avoid but be gracious. Are you following me, family? Are you following me, precious people? He's gracious because he loves. Let me tell you something else. No one can ever purport or claim to truly understand grace unless they have truly understood love. It doesn't matter the claim they make. It doesn't matter the claim they make. And nobody can purport to say they are for agape or they understand love and they say, but I don't understand grace. It also doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. The moment you understand the love nature of God, grace is piece of cake for you. Grace is piece of cake. Grace is piece of cake. And the moment I see you frowning on grace, I see a testimony in your face. When you frown on grace, you are testifying that you've not understood love. Because you wouldn't be surprised about grace if you understood where it comes from and the reason for it. I want to take you to Romans 9. Romans 9. Write this statement down. Love will always be gracious to the one he loves. Love will always be gracious to the one he loves.